today. Yes, I know it's a little bit early, but we are getting our content together. So join me today if you're interested in seeing the behind the scenes of how we make this really easy yet delicious Cornish hen and vegetable dish. It's perfect if you want to make something for the holidays, but like you're not entertaining too many people. It might just be you and another guest. It might be you and 3 other guests, but it's a small batch meal that is perfect if you don't want to make a massive turkey and if you don't want too much mess. This is the type of meal for you. So stay tuned and I'm gonna take you through the whole process of how we prep our cute little Cornish hens and then how we're gonna roast them on a bed of delicious vegetables and how it's gonna come together beautifully in the end. So let's get started. So I've got my Cornish hens here and I'm just patting them dry with some paper towels. We have washed the Cornish hens, and so now we're going to take them out of the bowl, just like this. Make sure they're dry. This is my first time working with Cornish hens, but I'm just gonna treat it like a regular roasted chicken, but a little baby, a little small one. So I prefer to cook my roasted chicken butterflied, or as some people call it, spatchcocked. So we're gonna use our kitchen shears and we're just gonna take out this backbone here that you see on the Cornish hen. This is just the backbone. So we're gonna cut it out and then we're gonna break it on down. So you just wanna follow the line of the spine of the Cornish hen. When you got good kitchen shears, this is a very easy job. You're gonna do the same thing to the other side. You're gonna cut it as neatly as you can. Now you can save this for stock, or if you're like me, you know you're not gonna use it later, just get rid of it. Get rid of any of the inside parts that don't look to your liking and then flip it over. And this is the best part. You just press it down with your hand until it's flattened just like this. So you have a beautiful Cornish hen that has been butterflied and is ready for roasting. We're gonna cut off any excess fat. And again, we're gonna make sure it's completely dry. If you're just joining us, we are making a holiday-inspired dish. If you're not into turkey, if you don't want all the hassle of making a turkey and you're not cooking for a ton of people, then might I suggest a Cornish hen as an option for your dinner table. Right now, we are using our prepped Cornish hens and we're going to butterfly it. So if you just missed that, we'll butterfly it again. And I'm gonna get a different angle with my phone. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see here. Boom. We are going to butterfly our Cornish hen by cutting out the backbone. Using kitchen shears, you cut one side and then you go to the other side and do the same thing. Now you can save this, like I mentioned, for homemade chicken stock, or if you're making for your holiday table, like stuffing or dressing, you can also use that later on. But for purposes of today, we don't need it. Once you have taken out the backbone, you just press the chicken down until it is flat. There is our Cornish hen. I like to also clean up on aisle 9. We're gonna take off any excess fat. Some fat is good for rendering, but I don't like too much excess fat. So while you have your scissors out, go ahead and just get rid of any excess fat that you don't like. Now these look good. I'm going to clean up my cutting board. I'm going to get rid of the excess in my bowl, and we're gonna come back and season it in this bowl. Welcome in. Let me read y'all comments. Life by Roya, you just got home. Wasn't sure what to cook. Make some Cornish hens. Make some Cornish hens. All right. So we just dried off our chicken, so we want to make sure our bowl is also super dry. We're going to pat them dry again. Now this part's really important because you don't want to be cooking wet chicken, right? If you wash your chicken, make sure you're able to dry it up as much as you can. That's gonna get like, not a super crispy skin because we're not roasting really high, but it's just gonna make sure you get beautiful color and texture on your chicken when it's not really wet. So boom, there we go. Away with this board we go. Now we're gonna season up. And let me know in the comments, can y'all hear me this time? Y'all couldn't hear me on Sunday. The mic is micing, right? Can y'all hear me good? Let me know in the comments. I'm also gonna get my water going, y'all, for some mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna let that water boil while I am prepping the chicken. Mashed potatoes is a really nice side dish to this meal, and also just a good side dish to know how to make during the holiday season. So we're gonna get our water going for that. Okay, we're back and we're ready. What are we gonna season with? We're going to season with some staples that I'm sure you're all very familiar with. Paprika, adobo, and we want her glistening. So my little secret is Sazon for that. Garlic powder, Italian seasoning blend, and we want some onion powder as well. And it ain't seasoned till you sneezing, so we're gonna use some chicken bouillon as well. And we need our olive oil and kosher salt. That's what we're gonna work with today. So, let me get back my angle over here for y'all. All right, so we're gonna start off with some olive oil. Now I have both of the Cornish hens here in the bowl just so I could really get up in there. We're gonna hit it with some kosher salt. 2 nice pinches. Then we're gonna go in with some chicken bouillon. Now, of course, you can mix this blend together already and season it that way, but sometimes you like a little bit more or a little bit less of something. It's kind of nice to do it a little at a time as you go through. We're gonna make sure that we're getting all parts, inside, outside, all around as well. Onion powder, garlic powder. It's the must-have in all seasoning. Don't play yourself. Then we go in with some Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning, You can definitely use some like fresh thyme, fresh oregano, rosemary. Any of those really nice dried herbs work just fine. Go in with our paprika. Now I prefer like a smoked paprika for this, but we're going to use what we have, which is just regular paprika, which it's just missing that like smoky flavor. All right, and then we're going to add our sazon. And this is about a half of a package, which is fine. Add our sazon in. This is gonna make sure the chicken is nice and flavorful, but also it's gonna roast at a really pretty color. Sazon definitely gives that like a noto, orangey, reddish color that we all love. And it smells dynamite. So we're just gonna give this a nice massage. I also have some green seasoning in the refrigerator that I'll throw on this because why not? Give it all a nice mix until you're happy with how everything looks. That's a well-seasoned chicken. See that? That's a well-seasoned chicken, y'all. Oops. All right. So let me grab my green seasoning. Welcome in, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Today we're doing some behind the scenes holiday cooking. We are making a dish that if you aren't doing a lot of hosting or if you don't want to make a big old 15-pound turkey, a Cornish hen could be a great option for you. Thank you. This is my homemade green seasoning. I think I made this on live with y'all not too long ago. But it's a great seasoning that has a blend of fresh herbs, garlic. Of course, it's seasoned with salt and pepper. You can buy green seasoning in the store, or if you have the time, you can make it just in the food processor, and it will serve you for like 3 months in the refrigerator. So that's a good little hack, especially going into the holidays. You want to kind of have, still smells incredible. You want to have like green seasoning on hand. It just really helps to enhance the flavor. I'm doing about a tablespoon per chicken. It really enhances the flavor of the dish. So we're gonna give this one more massage. And the good part about spatchcocking, as you can see, I'm able to really get inside the chicken, which sometimes that flavor is missing. I can get under the skin and the breast, which is traditionally like the drier parts of the chicken or the hen. So this just really allows for, to me, more flavor. So I'm massaging the seasoning also under the skin, but I'm not pulling the skin away. I'm just gently going under the skin so that seasoning is everywhere. That's the hardest part. We're all done. We're gonna wash our hands, then we're gonna prep our vegetables and get ready to roast. Welcome in, everyone. Let me know in the comments where you are checking in from. Where are you watching from? Why does the trash can keep opening? I have a smart trash can, y'all. It just keeps opening, like on the side. Okay, throwing away our trash that we no longer need. We're gonna keep our seasoning out just for a second. We're gonna put the chicken to the side, put our salt to the side, got our garlic press here. Give this a wipe down. We're gonna chop up an onion. I think this vegetable medley I have already has onion, but I'm just gonna add a little extra. Yeah. So let me grab my knife. Are y'all thinking about what you're gonna make for the holiday season yet? Or is it too early for you? And are you hosting for Thanksgiving or are you pulling up to a family member's home for dinner? What do you prefer? All right, we've got our onion. We're just gonna give it a nice thin slice, nothing crazy. They cook down so much during the cooking process, so don't worry about it too much. Okay, put our onion to the side, our trash bowl to the side. This is my favorite. I think it'll fit. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating how big the Cornish hens are. Because I'm going to open them up. I need a bigger dish. I need a bigger dish. I think I'll just use my roasting pan then. This guy. Oh, no, I have a good one. Hold on. I have a good one. I have a good one. My water's boiling. Let me go grab it. It's a really big one. Can y'all still hear me? That's the thing about this mic. I take you with me wherever I go. I am in my closet storage, grabbing a really great baking dish for y'all. We got it. She's cute. She's cute. We're gonna go with this guy. Give it a rinse. Haven't used her in a while. All right. So we're going in with the onions. At this point, it's just a dump and cook dish. You don't have to worry too much about what you got going on. This is just a veggie blend of butternut squash and Brussels sprouts. Felt like it could use some orange, so we're gonna go in with some carrots. Beautiful. Now we're gonna stop and season this layer of vegetables. What was that? Maple Dijon, right? We said. So we're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. This is so pretty already. So So we're gonna give the vegetables a maple, kind of like honey mustard flavor by seasoning them up with some Dijon. Sorry, y'all. Some Dijon and some maple syrup. And that's going to be the base of our chicken. The chicken's going to roast on top of that. So about a tablespoon of Dijon. Boom. And then about a tablespoon of maple syrup. And a pinch of salt. You always want to season your vegetables. I think people miss this step, but you always want to season the veggies. Salt and pepper. Let me know in the comments if you've had this type of veggie medley before. What's your favorite vegetable that you like to use for your chicken? So now we're gonna kind of get in here with our hands. Give everything a really nice stir. See why I added those extra onions? It's just gonna really enhance the flavor of the dish. Boom, that is nice and mixed. We're gonna wash our hands and then we're gonna add our chicken in. So our chicken is gonna go right on top. Got this little guy here. Ooh, so cute. One's kind of bigger than the other. That's okay. They are nice and nestled. The next thing I'm gonna do is add some pads of butter just on top of the chicken. And I'm not gonna add any liquid. I'm just gonna cover it for the first half of the cooking process and then uncover it at the end so it can truly roast and get that gorgeous color on it. So this is what we're looking like currently. I'm just getting all the good marinade out of the bowl. Give my hands a good wash. Y'all got to keep count of how many times I have washed my hands so far on this live. Okay. Where is everyone checking in from? What are we cooking? So we are cooking some Cornish hens. This is a great holiday replacement for turkey if you don't want to cook a big old turkey, and more importantly, if you're just entertaining for yourself or, you know, you and a plus one. Really nice option is a Cornish hen. Now I'm just gonna add some cloves of garlic I forgot earlier, which is okay. I'm just gonna throw them in. I'm gonna slice them up using my handy dandy garlic press. I'm gonna go on the slice side. Just to have that nice garlic flavor. Okay, we got garlic, and now we need butter, and we're gonna be putting this gorgeous girl in the oven. I got my butter here. It's not too soft, so we're gonna be able to cut it just how we need to. And not a ton. I like to cut each tablespoon in half. So this is about 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just gonna add her right on top, just like that. Right. Now we're gonna cover her with some foil. So I like to use my other casserole dish because it comes with a cover, but this one does not, but that's okay. We're gonna cover her just like that. And we're gonna cook it 375 for 30 minutes to start. Then we're gonna uncover another 30 minutes and then probably increase the temperature for another 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna open the oven up, rearrange my racks here. Hey y'all. Go down one. I'm still recording, huh? So the Cornish hens are in. We're going to set a timer. Hey Google, set timer for 30 minutes. So we have a timer set for 30 minutes, and now we're gonna work on our mashed potatoes while we have the Cornish hens in the oven. So first things first, we're gonna reset, and we're gonna put away what we don't need. We're gonna sanitize, and then we're going to peel and cube the potatoes, pop them in some boiling water, and then when they're tender, we're gonna go through the mashing process. So give us a quick intermission while we rearrange here. And actually, I'm gonna start a poll. I'm gonna start a quick poll. Thank y'all, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see here. I am going to give a quick scroll to the comments. Who is hangry? You gotta eat some lunch. Hi, hi, hi. We can hear you. Yes, Life by Roya. Thank you. I'm so glad. Yep, we're making some holiday chicken. This is for everyone who might be hosting for the holidays, just themselves and a friend or two. It could just be you and your kids. This is a small batch meal. This is perfect for 4 people, 6 people max. You don't want to make a 12-pound turkey. You don't want to make anything that is going to be too cumbersome, and you don't want to make anything that is just like going to be too many servings. So a Cornish hen is perfect for that. We're gonna serve it up with some creamy garlic mashed potatoes, actually. I'm gonna show y'all how to roast some garlic. That's what I need to put in the oven too. So hold on a second. Put some garlic in the oven. So this is just a little coquette, and you can put your garlic for the mashed potatoes. We're not making a ton, so a few cloves will do just fine. Got some fresh garlic in there. Then all you do is just put a little oil with the garlic. And normally you cover this, but I have to find my cover. You cover it and you just roast it until they're nice and soft and ready to go into your garlic mashed potatoes. I got my top, y'all. That's what you do when you're organized. Yes. So this, and into the oven it goes. How cute, right? You're gonna have like roasted garlic. Do a little more. I'm gonna wipe it down, yeah, because I try to make sure it was like sanitized. So I'm going to show this camera how I just did that. Got this, got this. So into the oven that goes. All right, y'all. We're gonna put away the things we no longer need. I like garlic powder and onion powder for the potatoes. I like butter, of course. We got our garlic going. We don't need that anymore. Back into the refrigerator it goes. Oh, I was gonna start a poll. The poll was gonna be about holiday cooking, like what recipes. Let's see. What holiday recipe What holiday recipe is your favorite? Are y'all turkey fans? You realize some people really aren't turkey fans. Turkey. What's another holiday? Ham. I was gonna say that rivals turkey, right? It's ham and turkey. All right, we are starting a poll. Uh-oh. The magnet is taking the necklace. All right. So back over here, we're gonna prep we could put this in the fridge. Thank you. And then the green sauce. We're gonna need this real quick, this real quick. Okay, we don't need our gorgeous casserole dish anymore. Oh, don't need maple syrup. Here you go, Tor. Maple syrup. Yeah. Don't need olive oil anymore. How far in advance do you start planning out your Thanksgiving menu? Are you a last minute planner or do you start planning weeks or months in advance? To me, sometimes the Christmas dinner menu is more important than Thanksgiving. I like to start planning that one out far in advance. But Thanksgiving, you got your staples. You already know what people are looking forward to. So that's one that you can kind of do with your eyes closed. Okay, so we are wiping down everything and we're gonna move on to prepping our potatoes. Oh, I do need that knife. I have some leftover potatoes here that we're gonna bring back to life. I'm going to use the bag as my trash bag, and we're going to peel. So let me get my shot set up. Ah! I almost sliced my finger, y'all. So we're moving on to the mashed potatoes. So we're just peeling our potatoes. Where did I just put that one? That fell. Oh, here it is. I normally don't even peel potatoes because I really like potato skin, but I do think to make the ultimate potato, it is important to peel the skin because you're gonna get a creamy, creamy texture. And you wanna use butter or yellow potatoes, that's really important, for texture as well. So that's a little lesson. Like russet potatoes are better for baking, right? So if you're gonna do like a baked potato, that's the type of potato that you should go with. If you want to do smooth, buttery, silky, soft mashed potatoes, you want that potato that looks a little yellow. Sometimes they call them gold potatoes. Sometimes they call them Dutch potatoes. They have a bunch of different names, butter potatoes. But that's the kind of potato you want if you're gonna do mashed. So that's what I'm working with. They're a little small, these potatoes, because these were the ones in the bag. But if you buy them like individually and you pick your own, sometimes they come a little bigger. Obviously the smaller ones are a little bit of a headache to peel. You can't really get a good hold on them. But just take your time, do it right. You'll be all right. Now, we will also put the potatoes through what's called like a potato ricer. And that's another thing too for peeling the skin is important because sometimes the skin, when it's cooked, it gets like a little waxy and it gets stuck in the potato ricer. So this is also an extra step, but less work after it's done for mashing the potato. And if you don't have a ricer, you can definitely use a hand masher or even like a hand mixer is a great way to make mashed potatoes as well. You just have to be very careful that you're not over mixing because you don't want the potato to get like gluey, you know? You want to have a really good texture with it. After we peel these, we're still going to give them a nice wash to get off any excess dirt. And you'd be surprised how much mashed potato 6 little potatoes make. I'm always shocked. Between potatoes and rice, I'm always like, wait, how did this yield so much? Ah! So a little goes a long way. This is a great, affordable dish to make when you break it down cost per serving. It's probably, I'm guesstimating, but it's probably less than like $8 a serving, I would say, for like a gourmet restaurant quality meal. And that's about 4 servings. All right, we're almost there. We've got 4 down. 1 more to go after this one. Let me get another angle while I'm at it, y'all. Excellent. I hope y'all are learning something from this live. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about techniques or cooking time or prep, anything that I can help y'all with. Let me take a peek at the comments. What is a ricer? Okay, a potato ricer is a little gadget. Where is it? I gotta find it because I need it. Oh, it's right here. It's a really cool tool that you use for mashed potatoes. And so this is the part that mashes it. And you put the potato in, you mash it down, and it comes out on the bottom. We'll go through it when the potatoes are cooked. I feel like it's like an old school, like classic method, but it does make for beautiful texture. I used it yesterday for sweet potato, which sweet potato is a little different than regular potatoes. It definitely has more moisture, so it doesn't come out as great as when you use regular potatoes. All right, y'all, we are there. We're at the end of the road with our potatoes. We're gonna give these a little rinse. So in our potatoes go. Our scraps go in our trash bag. My mama's ham. Your mom's ham slaps so hard. What does your mom do to her ham? What is her secret? Let us know. Put this in the trash can, please. Thank you. All right, we're gonna give this a wash. Just to get off any extra dirt. Y'all know potatoes come from the ground, so they are dirty little things. All right, and the last step we're gonna do, just so these cook a little faster, we're gonna cube them up. Just in 4. Cool. Pineapple and Coca-Cola glaze with OJ. Yum. Your mom sounds like she knows what she's doing. My mom does the Coca-Cola glaze as well. It's so good. And we dress it with pineapple slices and cherries. So delicious. All right, these are gonna cook much faster because we are kind of giving them a little cube here. All right, back into our bowl. We're gonna use our little pumpkin pot. And we're going to use some Knorr bouillon powder as well. So let me see here. That's perfect. Can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see. All right. Our water's boiling. Perfect. Turn that back up. I'm gonna put our Knorr in. So just about a tablespoon of Knorr. That's gonna really flavor the potatoes, and you also don't want to forget your salt. So you're basically cooking the potatoes in chicken stock. It's gonna make it way more flavorful from the jump without having to do too much. And give that a mix so that it's all incorporated. Then you're gonna go ahead and add the potatoes in gently. Okay. Potatoes are in, and we're going to not burn ourselves. We're gonna cover it up and let it cook until fork tender. I am guesstimating that will take, I don't know, 12 minutes or so until those are ready to go. So until then, what do y'all want to talk about? How can I help y'all? Let's play a game. Let me know like 3 ingredients you have in your refrigerator right now, and I'll come up with a meal that you can make. So I'll pick someone from the comments. If you give me 3 ingredients in your refrigerator, and I will come up with a meal, like a lunchish, dinnerish meal that you can make. Tori's here. She's going to help us too. How do you store potatoes the best way to keep mold away? I store potatoes at room temperature in a dark place, in the pantry, around other like products. I don't let it touch anything. I just keep them in the bag that they come in. I keep the bag wrapped, and they do pretty good for weeks at a time until they start to like sprout. That's how you know it's like time to go. Okay, 3 ingredients. The first 3 ingredients, chicken, eggs, and potatoes. Chicken, eggs, and potatoes. So I'm thinking fried rice. You can, I don't know what kind of chicken you got, but you can, of course, dice up the chicken meat, cook it down with onions, garlic, peppers, sesame oil, some green onion if you have it, a regular onion. Make your fried rice, soy sauce. Hopefully you have those pantry ingredients. And you can also just put the potatoes on the side, like crispy potatoes, or you can put the potatoes in the fried rice. Ooh, how did I do? All right, that was number 1. My 3 ingredients. No, you didn't. Beer, beer, and beer. Well, you're going to have you a beer good time, because that can't really make much with that. But you can certainly drink it and enjoy it. Okay, crab dip, sun-dried tomatoes, and egg. Okay, y'all. Crab dip, sun-dried tomatoes, and eggs. I mean, the crab dips need something else. I was going to say you can make like crab rangoon with the crab dip, but you need the paper, the wrappers to do that. Oh my gosh, that one is a tricky one. Okay, you could do the eggs in the pan, like fried eggs, right? And then you put like the sun-dried tomato oil around the eggs, cook it up, and then once that's cooked, like add the crab dip on top. It's gonna be like a shakshuka. I think that's how you say it. But it's like a Mediterranean egg dish that is usually like, it's also called eggs in purgatory, like eggs and like crushed tomatoes. But that's where I'm going with that one. Eek, I don't know. Eggs, flour, and sugar. Why y'all got so many eggs? Eggs, flour, and sugar. That sounds like a cake. Right? Eggs, flour, and sugar. Pancakes, egg, flour, and sugar. You still need like baking powder though. Lemon, salmon, tomatoes. Ooh, you could definitely just make like a roasted salmon. Drizzle the lemon juice on top. Depending on what kind of tomatoes they are, if they're grape tomatoes, you can just like roast them whole and let them burst at the end. Or you can do a salmon salad. Cook the salmon and then do like a tomato salad and put the lemon juice on top. I don't know if you have pasta, but that could go really nicely over some pasta or some rice, depending on what your vibe is. But lemon, salmon, and tomatoes, you're in good shape. Fruit Loop, mayo, and soda. Good luck, William. I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right, that was fun. Let me see if I missed any ingredients. No. Oh, here's another one. Meat, tomato, and spice. What kind of meat? I do make shepherd's pie. We actually made that last month. I still need to post it. Um, we made a really delicious shepherd's pie, actually. We have 67 votes. Turkey. Y'all really like turkey. I guess we got to figure out how to make turkey. 70-30 to turkey. Turkey's the winner. I love that. Oops. Where did you find your pumpkin pot? Can't find it anywhere. This one is from Home Goods. I actually tagged one earlier from Crate and Barrel. They have one right now. Wayfair has one right now. Aldi actually has one right now. Like literally all the retailers have a pumpkin pot right now. Cabbage, ground beef, and egg noodles. Cabbage, ground beef. I mean, that could go together. Cabbage and ground beef. You can cook the ground beef up and then add the cabbage in at the end. Season it up with your favorite spices, and that's like a bowl on its own, like almost like a spring roll bowl. If you want the noodles in there, you can add them, but you don't really need the egg noodles. Aldi sells out fast. Yeah, Aldi does sell out really fast. That's very true. I feel like our timer's almost up to uncover our chicken. Let me check that. Hey Google, how much time remaining? 4 minutes until we remove the cover from our Cornish hen. Can you do a hair skin routine? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I totally can. Okay, you shot me down. I'm going back to my beer. Sorry, William. Sorry, buddy. All right, y'all. Our next step really for the mashed potatoes is we're going to drain them. So I need to get my strainer out. We're gonna drain them, and then what kind of pretty bowl should we mash them in? So I wanna make sure y'all can see inside the mashed potatoes. I feel like this is pretty. That way you can like see when it's like ridged and when we do our photo. So the other step for the mashed potatoes too that I'm forgetting, we'll go ahead and put it on the stove, but you can also do this in the microwave as like a quick hack. You can just melt down. Can you get the heavy cream for me out of the refrigerator, please? Top right. It might be behind something, but it's at the very top. But you want to warm all the liquids, like anything touching your mashed potatoes after you cook them, it better be warm. Don't add cold anything to mashed potatoes. Like that is, thank you, the number one tip I've been doing over the past several years, and like it just makes for a completely better texture in my opinion. So once the potatoes are hot, you need warm milk, warm cream, warm butter, warm anything. Just make sure it's warm. So you can definitely do that in the microwave. We have time, so I'll put it on the stove. We're just gonna warm up some heavy cream is my preferred liquid for mashed potatoes. I think evaporated milk might be nice in it too. But whenever I use regular milk, it's just not as decadent. It just doesn't hit the way it's supposed to. So I like to do heavy cream. I like to do real butter. And sometimes when I have like fresh herbs, or if I have like a light onion, like a shallot, I'll put that with like a bay leaf in the mixture too and just let it kind of steep. And then I'll strain that before I pour that liquid onto the potatoes. I can't find my bay leaves for the life of me right now, and I don't have any fresh herbs, so we're just gonna use our milk and our cream and our butter, and we're going to just warm it up. We are not going to boil it. We are simply going to warm it up. That's all we do for this step. So I'm making about, I don't know, that was about 2 cups of chopped potatoes. This is maybe like a 1/3 cup of cream. You want to do a little bit more just in case you need it, but like you don't want to waste your good cream and good butter. So just make sure, depending on how much potatoes you're making, you have adequate liquid to go with it. We're going to add in our butter. We're going to turn on our flame. It's going to be on a very low medium until it comes to a simmer. Now, again, if we had a bay leaf or if we had some fresh, you know, thyme or rosemary or herbs, this would be a great place to add it in. I'm trying to read the comments, y'all, and talk at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna let that come to a simmer. We're gonna leave our butter out for our finishing shot. I like to do like 1 piece of butter. Hey Google, timer off. 1 piece of butter at the very top of the potatoes to like let it melt and it looks beautiful. Okay, we are going to check on our Cornish hens. We'll put that back in. We're gonna check on our Cornish hens. Turn y'all around, take you for a ride. So they're not gonna look like anything at this step, but we have to take off our foil to really get them cooking. Our potatoes are overflowing. We'll keep them covered because they're not spewing as much liquid as we need. We'll keep it covered, keep it going. I think we'll move it to the top. Hey Google, set timer for 30 minutes. Y'all already know how we do. After we go over about an hour, I am going to let y'all go. And then you can come back to my page where you are right now. This is the shorts feed, so you'll see a short of everything we did today after it's all said and done, because this is real life cooking and this stuff takes time. It takes time. Oh my gosh, this magnet is eating this chain alive. Okay, we're gonna check our potatoes and see where we are. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. They're so small that they might be cooking pretty quickly. Always do the fork test, see where you are. Ooh. That went through. That went through. I like the way that went through. I'm gonna let them go for like another, because I don't want to put any force. I just want them all to be soft. So that's pretty good. We're just gonna give it one more minute or so just to finish doing its thing. And my strainer I gotta find. Woo, good catch. Find our strainer. So our butter is melting. There's probably a little too much cream that I did, but want to make sure we have enough. But it's just steeping. You can see, very light. It's not bubbling. It's just steeping. At this point, you can even turn it all the way to low or cut the heat entirely. You just want the milk to be warm to the touch and the butter to be nice and melted, because that's what we're going to use to add our mixture a little at a time. We're going to strain our potatoes in our colander. Let me see if I can actually tag some of this stuff. So pumpkin, someone asked about the pumpkin pot. I'm going to tag one right now. Target has one. Walmart has one. What else am I using? Huh? The ricer, yeah. Potato ricer for y'all. Here is one at Walmart, and here's the exact one I'm using. It's by the brand OXO. We're also using, let me know if y'all can see the tagged products. It takes a minute or two, but if you click the shopping bag icon on the live, you should be able to see it. And then there's a stove, oval bake dish. Stove. Here, oh, they have it at Walmart, but that's 8 inches. That's not the right size. 5 quart. I think it's this one. 5 quart. There's an arm workout, y'all. Thank goodness I worked out this morning. Messing with y'all. All right. What are you doing now? I am tagging the products. Let me know if you see it. I'm tagging the products that y'all are asking about on the stream. So my little pumpkin pot, this guy, I'm tagging it for you. I tagged the big baking pan that I have, and I tagged the potato ricer. Yay! Okay, let's do these mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Let's get into it. I won't show this step. I got that ready. I got that ready. Get a little facial. I want to strain these really, really good. You don't want excess water in your mashed potatoes, so let it strain. Don't be in a rush. May I please have the white stand? Thank you. I really like this angle, I think. Yeah, that's cute. So once we have the potato strained, just gonna bring them over here. We take the potato ricer. Let me know if these are in the way. We take the potato ricer and we fill it up. I'll just use this one. We fill her up with the potatoes. We don't want to overfill the pan, just enough. And then you're going to squeeze just like that. That was pretty satisfying. Y'all want to do that again? So we're going to take the potatoes. We're not going to overfill it. And then we are going to rice it. Just like this. Would y'all get a potato ricer now? Let me know in the comments. It's pretty cool, right? It's like the one thing I look forward to using during the holidays because it's so fun. The only caveat to this, I mean, that's to anything you use to mash your potatoes with. You really need to make sure your potatoes are cooked and tender, right? Or else you're going to be really struggling with this. And it also does leave a little excess potato around. So you just have to use your spoon, get rid of the excess, and that's it. Now for the fun part, we have our potatoes. We are going to simply use our cream mixture here. We add it a little at a time, so I'm adding about half of the cream mixture. I'm going to also season it up with some onion powder and garlic powder. Oh, I gotta get my garlic out. Thanks for the reminder, guys. We add in the onion powder, garlic powder. I'm not gonna salt it yet because I wanna make sure it's not over salted. These are my garlic. I want you to get a good shot of that, Tori, so I'm gonna try to bring it closer to you here. This little garlic situation. It's blurry. It's hot. Like, it's hot, baby. So we have our roasted garlic that we're going to use. This little thing is hot, so I have to be very careful. So I'm just gonna add in a couple of pieces and it'll mash in when I mash stuff out. So I have a couple pieces of that with a little bit of that infused garlic oil. Now we're going to mix it all together. Our garlic is just going right into the mashed potatoes beautifully. Now this is why I like to add my cream a little at a time. So now I know how much more I need. Just giving everything a nice mix. Ooh, I could smell that garlic. Nothing like decadent mashed potatoes for the holiday season. I really love how this texture is looking. I'm gonna give it a quick taste. Barely need salt, just like a pinch of salt, like a pinch of kosher salt. Our garlic flavor is hitting. We have a little extra room to just hit it with the rest of that cream. And so we eyeballed just enough. Now you can also add cheese. I'm gonna go without cheese for these mashed potatoes just because they're perfect. No need to ruin a good thing. But we're good to go. I'm going to kind of style it up how I want for our photo, which is just creating these nice little ridges. Just like this. And then we're going to add our butter. This garlic skin's hating on me. We're going to add our butter. That's mashed potatoes, y'all. So good. We're gonna add our butter. This is kosher salt, so it's very coarse salt and it's less salty. That's why you keep it in a pillar so that you can feel the salt when you add it. Don't come for me. Where's my knife? Just gonna melt the butter and then we're gonna take our photos and that's it. I'm gonna show y'all the mashed potatoes up close in a second here. These are our mashed potatoes. All right, y'all, I got some melted butter. Normally, I just let the butter melt on its own, but I'm gonna do this for styling. So I figured, let me go ahead and melt it. We're gonna clean up our dish. Now this is something you could serve mashed potatoes in if you're doing a like dinner party. This is just a pie dish, but it works for the mashed potatoes. So our butter, we're just gonna put the butter kind of like in the little grooves that I made with the spoon to give that gorgeous finish. And there we have it. It's our mashed potatoes. What do y'all think? Can y'all see? Can y'all see good? Oh, let me show. Let me show the long form camera too. So this will also be on YouTube, but in a longer format with more details. Looks good. So y'all, shaved parm on top, that could work. This is where I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna show you what the chicken's doing right now, but thank you. Over like 100 of y'all stayed with me this whole hour and a half, which is nuts. So thank y'all so much. See, I don't like putting parsley on the mashed potatoes. I prefer fresh chives, but my chives are kind of dying. So we're just gonna let the potatoes speak for themselves. But yes, I do love a fresh herb for garnish. Y'all see, hold on. All right, so now we're gonna let it made some progress with liquid. Yes, it did. So there is liquid at the bottom of this pan. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to let it roast uncovered. So that's the next step. So until next time, thank y'all so much for joining this live. As always, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the information we were sharing. I hope you will consider making a smaller batch holiday meal if that is in your heart this holiday season, and you'll consider Cornish hens and homemade roasted garlic mashed potatoes. So until next time, talk to y'all. Someone said don't leave. Toodles, bye.